Hey y'all, it's Cammy J Official. Welcome to my video. It's Cammy J Official, so let's start the show. To my subscribers, listen, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. To anyone that is new here, welcome. I do natural hair, beauty, and lifestyle videos. And if you happen to like this video, I hope that you would consider giving it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my channel. But let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright y'all, so today's video I'm going to be doing a review and demo on this drugstore concealer. And listen, if you do not know, drugstore concealers are trying to come for these high-end concealers next every single day. So I'm really happy to do this video. So this is the canvas that we are working with. I just have on some foundation and blush to start the video. So our concealer today is going to be the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. So we are going to test this out and see if it is full coverage. I just quickly wanted to show you the applicator. It does come with a cute little small applicator, which I think is good for under the eyes. Now, this concealer only comes in 12 colors, but just to let you know, that's actually pretty good for drugstore concealers. Like, I know it's a far cry from Fenty that has like 40 plus concealer shades, but this is pretty good for drugstore. So hopefully you can find something that can match you. But the color I got for this is in warm olive. I paid $11.99 for this and I purchased mine at Ulta, but I will have links in the description box for everything that I use, so that way you can pick it up if you want to. So our focus right now is going to be under the eyes. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but I did apply color corrector, red color corrector under my eyes. So if this is a true full coverage concealer, then it should cover that area. So now I'm going to begin the application process for this. And I'm just going to start with just a small amount at first under the eye, just to see like the texture and to see how it's going to play out under the eyes. And to the right, I wanted to show you the swatch from the website, so that way you can see how the swatch looks compared to how it actually looks on my skin. Because y'all know sometimes when you pick concealers and makeup from online, when you get it and put it on, it looks totally different. So this is close to the swatch online. So just a close-up so that way you can see how it looks under the eye. I will describe this concealer as watery. So if you are used to like very thick and creamy under eye concealers, this is going to be the total opposite of it. But I'm just going to fan my face because I do want this to dry down. That's how we're going to help to build the coverage. Now I'm just going to spray my beauty blender and begin to just pounce that under the eye, so that way we can begin the process of blending it in. As I am blending it, I do notice that number one, it blends like a dream. Like, it is blending out so well, y'all. I was actually really surprised at how well it was blending in, and again how much coverage I was getting, because I was a little worried at first, right? Because it was kind of so thin and so watery. I didn't know how well it was going to cover, but y'all, look at that. I can honestly say, looking at the coverage and the color, I feel like it's really beautiful on me, and that actually at right now, from just like my first impressions with putting it on right here at this point in the video, it is a lovely concealer, and I was really surprised. So now I'm going to move on to the other eye, again repeating the process of letting your concealer dry down. If you put on your concealer and you never get any coverage, it's probably because you're not allowing it to dry down. So let it dry down, y'all. And now going back in again and repeating the steps of using that damp beauty blender to go ahead and pounce this in and to begin the blending process for the under eye. So as you guys see, this is a very easy concealer to blend. It's super blendable. So if you are a person that is new to makeup, or if you have problems with blending, I would recommend getting this because it is so easy to use. So now for this step, I'm going to try to see if we can build the coverage for this concealer. When you're doing certain makeup looks, sometimes you just want higher coverage. So even though this claims to be full coverage, I want to see if we can layer this concealer and it still look good, which is why you're going to see me do another layer on both sides of the under eye. And again, you're just going to see me fan this because I want to let it dry down once again so we can build the coverage. Now we're going to proceed to the blending process. Again, grabbing your damp beauty blender and just gently bouncing that in under the eyes. And guys, just a quick reminder, anytime you're doing makeup, especially in the under eye area, you want to be as gentle as possible because you do not want to bruise the delicate skin that is located under the eyes. But for me, looking at this in the video, just seeing how well this is doing, it does blend well and it actually is blendable. So even though I use 2 layers of this concealer, like y'all, look at my under eyes. They look so smooth. They look hydrated. I will say that this concealer has a very skin-like finish to me. So I'm just going to move on and go to the rest of my face. I'm going to put that concealer on the high points of my face, wherever I pretty much want to highlight. I do want to state that I like this color because it does go with my undertone, because again, I'm an olivey undertone type of girl. And the color isn't overly bright. So even in the summertime, I should be able to use this concealer without any problems. So now we're going to go to my favorite part again, which is the blending, because this is the most important part, right? If you want your makeup to look good, then you're just going to have to take the time to blend, baby. You're just going to blend and blend some more. You're going to become the blender, okay? You're going to blend that makeup in. And I like to blend my makeup into the point where it's indistinguishable from my actual skin. Like, I don't want to see any demarcation or none of that. So when it comes to makeup, especially face products, blending again is always going to be your friend. So you can take time to do this. I don't want you to feel like you have to rush the blending process. Even if a product is very blendable, you just want to make sure that it's to your standard, right? And your standard of blending definitely does not have to be my standard of blending. I even think sometimes I go a little overboard. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you really have to blend that much? But I do enjoy the results when I blend to the level that I blend. Sometimes when I'm trying to cut corners and I don't blend as thoroughly, I end up not liking the makeup as much. So that's why you're just seeing me take the time to blend the product into the skin as much as possible. And I want you to notice, even though I did a lot of blending, it has not made the concealer budge. Like, the concealer is still in place. It has that beautiful coverage. It has that beautiful tone. And y'all, I haven't even like put powder on it or anything, and it already looks this good. Maybelline is doing something. They are doing something here. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush and I'm going to take my Laura Mercier setting powder in the color Honey, and I'm going to tap off the excess. This is important. This is how I like to set my setting powder. I do not bake. I do not turn into Betty Crocker. This just works best for me. So once you have that on your brush, you're just going to gently tap and press that powder into wherever you put that concealer on. Using setting powder under the eyes helps to just mattify that concealer. So if you want a skin-like look, but you don't want to look greasy, setting powder definitely helps that. It also helps to prevent and fight creasing under the eyes as well. But I don't think, you know, with this concealer, the way that it didn't crease on me at all. Like, y'all, look at my face, look at my under eyes. They are so smooth and they are so flawless, and all this for $12. Like, I am very pleased. I'm so surprised. So with the same technique I use for the powder, I'm going to use that to set the rest of the areas on my face wherever I put that concealer, because again, we want to just bring cohesion to the face, powder our face down so we're not looking like, you know, a bag of greasy chicken, because sometimes when you don't powder, over time the natural oils in your skin do break through. And I also use a dewy foundation, so yeah. So I'm going to go off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and come back. And voila, we are here, guys. So this is the complete finished product. As you can see, I am feeling it. I really am pleasantly surprised by this Maybelline Super Stay concealer. This just makes me want to try their Super Stay foundation. Hopefully they do have my color and more than 12 colors for the foundation. But y'all, look at my under eyes. They look so smooth. They look so skin-like. It's not cakey. It's not cracking or creasing. It just looks like nice, smooth, healthy skin, which is what I like my concealer to look like. It is a hydrating concealer, but it doesn't overhydrate. It doesn't look like too greasy and shiny. It has a really beautiful finish. It's full coverage. It was able to fully cover the color corrector under my eyes. Like, you would never look at my face and say like, oh, she had a bunch of red color corrector under her eyes. But yes, guys, yes, I recommend. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope that you would consider giving this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Until next time, guys, thank you. Bye.